Moped crime exploded onto the streets as if from nowhere.
Yeah, that's one of them then.
There's so much of it happening now. It's an epidemic.
It's literally Wild Wild West out here.
Gangs are taking advantage of a stretched police force.
Anyone's a target. Anyone, no matter who you are.
And a congested city.
We can fit through traffic, alleyways, anything, man.
If you're in a police pursuit, if you take the helmet off, they stop the chase. Don't work like that no more.
We have no desire to knock them off and cause any injury to them. However, we will use it.
The public have had enough.
Police aren't going to do something about it. I could be the spark for something a lot bigger.
Fifth time, and they saw us.
But now, vigilantes are taking matters into their own hands.
It's a game of cat and mouse. Just do what feels natural. Bring them to a stop.
In this program, we investigate the gangs and those who try to stop them.
Into the park, get round the other side.
Yep, get everything up. Oh, they're coming!
In the past year, more than 60 attacks a day were committed using mopeds or motorbikes in London. A 50% increase on the previous 12 months. Every street offers rich pickings for moped gangs. A bike can be hot-wired in seconds and ultimately used in a crime.
Yo, everyone keep an eye on their helmets. Someone's been lifting helmets.
And no one is more furious than the bike community.
I think at the end of the day, the police aren't listening to no one. They're listening to themselves. They're not listening to our views. They're not listening to what we want and how we can help the community.
The bike thieves, they're reckless. They don't care. The police will chase them, but I mean, they're just going to get away. That's why this whole thing's blowing up.
In London, 2 moped thieves have agreed to speak about their criminal lifestyle. They've met at a neutral location. They have a stolen motorbike with no keys, but that's not a problem.
No keys, nothing.
It's way more easier to get into than anything else. You can do this whenever you want. Go to school, come back, do it, weekends, do it. It's easy to get into, like, there's nothing really stopping anyone. Like, anyone can just come and do it whenever they want to. It's way more easier than it needs to be. Like, anyone can just get a bike if they know how to do it, you steal it in like seconds.
20 seconds, you got it.
Young people just like riding bikes and making money. It's more easier, and they're having fun while doing it.
Being a moped thief is dangerous, often resulting in high-speed police chases.
When you're getting chased by police, as much as people say they don't get scared and stuff like that, everyone gets scared because you know that your life, like, something can happen to you, and most people do like want to see their family and stuff like that. So when you're doing it, it's just like your heart just starts pounding. When I'm just riding a bike, I feel it. It's like a good feeling, and then it just fills you with excitement. It depends on who you are. Like, some people don't get it unless they're getting chased by police.
This criminal activity has spread beyond London. In the West Midlands, moped crime rose by 40% between 2014 and 2017. This gang has agreed to talk anonymously in a random location about moped crime.
Have they ever chased you guys before?
All of us. All of us. We can fit through traffic, alleyways, anything, man. Fuck the police.
You can't stop no one.
Whoa! You know, driving a bike, it feels fun, man. Swear to God, riding a bike, yo, it takes. It's just fun, eh? Nothing better. Sometimes I'd rather be on a bike because I know that I'm getting away if I see police. I reckon the crime's more up in London because there's more bikes. If there was more bikes around here, we'd be getting them every day. Round here, there's nothing, but in London, it's full, man.
Gonna go get another bike, go get another bike, go get another bike.
Straight.
If I like a necklace and I jump off the bike, I'll grab that from, no problem. No problem whatsoever, grab that. Like your phone, and grab that as well. Innit?
These guys aren't worried about the police, but there is one man who's starting to rattle them.
Hand-muffed warrior, yeah? Tell him to go suck his mum and tell him that we're still out here, yeah? Doing everything. He ain't stopping us, he ain't doing shit. Fuck hand-muff warrior, man.
Meet Hand-Muff Warrior, a man who spends all his spare time confronting moped gangs on the streets of London.
Evil flourishes when good men do nothing. I've been branded a vigilante. For me, it's not fair. If the police aren't going to do something about it, then you've got to start to fight back. What else are you meant to do rather than take matters into your own hands? I'm driving behind them, I'm following them. You know, so a lot of the times I'm shouting at them. Who? Who are you? I'm just trying to intimidate them, you know, just the way that they intimidate others. And I put it online for the world to see. I've got you on camera!
Omar doesn't just confront criminals on the streets.
Hey guys, today I'm going to upload a video.
He also has a YouTube channel where he exposes moped criminals. With over 60,000 subscribers, it's growing daily.
So guys, stay safe. You never know when there's a dirty scrote behind you. Peace out. A lot of people don't actually recognize when moped thieves are around. And the way they drive, you know, some of them drive 60 mile an hour in a 20 zone. They're gone before you know it. And the power of the camera is that you can capture that moment. You can actually even follow them if you're on a fast enough bike. And you can slow that moment down for everyone to see. I could be potentially the spark for something a lot bigger than my channel. And that's what I want to achieve.
Omar has organized a team of other bikers enraged by this new crime wave. This evening they're preparing to patrol London streets in hopes of catching moped thieves.
We're going to drive there, you know, drive slow in formation, drive back. If we see illegal riders, just do what feels natural and trying to bring them to a stop. Just proceed if it's safe to do so.
They are prepared to apprehend, complete with restraints. The hunted have become the hunters.
I'm getting death threats every day. All my death threats are usually Instagram. It says, heads up man, I heard there's a kill squad from W12 looking for you. I know your wife's name. You better hope I don't see them before you.
I did you hand grassing a little muppet. I'm gonna stab you when I see you, and then I'm gonna take you off that motorbike. You little muppet, watch.
Moped crime has hit the high streets. These brazen attacks are happening in broad daylight. The public are under siege, prompting the Met to set up a specialist task force called Operation Venice to reclaim the streets.
We have specialist trained officers in pursuit tactics. We also have a dedicated investigation team to bring offenders to justice.
We have no desire to knock them off and cause any injury to them. However, that is a tactic that is available to us, and if it is appropriate for us to use it, we will use it.
Yes.
MP, active message, Scorpion at 3-4. We have a moped failing to stop.
Go on, Dave.
Parmitter Street, E2.
Since July 2018, Operation Venice has helped to turn the tide on moped offences. Thanks to a range of new tactics, such as DNA spray and slimline bikes.
MP, we're a T-Pack driver, T-Pack vehicle marked BMW 5 Series. We're continuing towards Victoria Park. Stand by for road name.
Scorpion 32, T-Tax.
Go, go,
Get
go.
to the other side of the park, get to the other side of the park.
Scorpion 81, the solo has gone with it. It's gone through Victoria Park towards Gore Road, E2.
Friends, I think we've lost Victoria Park area. Got no better at the moment.
MP, yeah, it's complete loss, Victoria Park, Gore Road area. Over.
It is challenging for us. London is unique in terms of the obstacles and challenges that we have to overcome, but we are adapting in order to bring those offenders to justice.
Where is it, mate?
Word has come through on the radio that the moped has been spotted in a nearby estate.
It's definitely the bike.
Please don't tell me you put a lock on it.
It's got a crash on it.
Oh, it's outrageous. Yeah, Skip, we've just had a pursuit with an LOS. We've now recovered it with the help of the tasking team. Over.
Cracking job.
It's warm, it matches the description of what we just pursued, and ultimately, it's come back to a stolen bike. The number plate that's displayed actually doesn't relate to this bike, but it relates to another stolen bike. So they've actually got a false plate from another stolen bike on it as well. So again, it shows how brash these guys are, really.
Whoever has ridden it has gone to the extent of locking it and covering it, so it's clearly a bike that they'd like to keep. My colleague is cutting the lock off because we're going to seize it, we're going to take it back to the police car pound as it is stolen, and we're going to restore it to its rightful owner.
Cheers, boys and girls, thank you.
There's always been crime committed on mopeds, mainly due to the fact that they are incredibly agile. You can get from A to B very, very quickly on two wheels.
Omar, aka Handmuff Warrior, is a courier by day and vigilante by night. He's delivered parcels around London for 3 years.
A lot of my encounters with moped thieves is just when I'm minding my own business and I'm just working, to be honest. I found a way to actually capture these guys on camera, follow them.
Filming every minute of his working day, Omar hopes to shine a light on moped-enabled crime across the city.
I'm pretty much the only one actively going out trying to expose moped thieves.
Omar didn't just become a vigilante. He's been attacked 4 times in the last year.
I was stabbed in the hand, I was chased, I was actually kicked.
One of his attacks, filmed on his helmet cam, went viral.
I pulled into the side road because usually my friends wait there. And as I do a U-turn to escape back, they ram me. Each one of them had a hammer. Something inside just told me, you know, not again. I've had a bike stolen before. I don't want to just give up my bike to these guys. I'm very paranoid.
Now, Omar takes special precautions whilst working as a courier on London's streets.
If the police actually took control of the issue, then I wouldn't need to go to work with a stab-proof vest. I want to work as a courier. I want to earn a living, but I feel like I'm at risk. It's literally wild, wild west out here.
Omar and some biker friends are on a patrol to look for moped criminals. They've come to Islington, one of London's hotspots for moped thieves.
Even though we didn't see him today, it's always a game of chance. It's a game of cat and mouse. Are we going to see them? Are we not? Now, when I'm by myself, I see them all the time because I'm on the road so much. You know, one thing I've learned today is it's a lot easier for the thieves than it is for us. You know, whereas we're bound by the law, and you know, obviously we can't be armed. You know, these guys can be effective within 2 or 3 of them, and they can be effective. It's very easy to get a group of 2 or 3 people. Whereas with us, to ensure our safety, we've got to have like 8 or 9 of us just to ensure it's safe. Because again, we're not allowed to be armed. See, like this guy approaching with his high beam on, automatically I'm wary. Well, he's just a courier. But the moment I see a high beam, I start to think there's a reason for it. I think Islington was one of the first areas where moped-enabled crime started to happen. It started to get out of control. It's very hard to talk about it so like freely when I've got to like think about safety and who's watching who. And, you know, there's a lot of kids in this area. I'm getting a lot of dirty looks. Sorry, my mind's just trying to watch out for us at the same time. There's a lot of people looking and stuff. I don't feel like we're safe here. We've been spotted quite a few times. So.
Omar is worried that the presence of the camera is endangering his team.
These guys are well connected, as well connected as we are. Within minutes, there could be 5, 6 guys putting on balaclavas, you know, get into their stolen bikes, get in their weapons. They could be here within 5 minutes. You ready, guys?
Even though the night ride out wasn't a success, Omar's always on the lookout for anything suspicious.
You see that motorcycle there? No number plate, that's a stolen motorcycle. That is the problem. They're all over. Let me just pull out quick.
With over 200 mopeds stolen on average per week in London, Omar often finds the bikes they leave behind.
I'll watch out because there could be someone watching nearby. Has an interest in this bike. Hi, police, please. I found a suspected stolen bike. Just wondering if you guys could come and take a look at it because it's got no number plate. It looks like it's been hot wired. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Basically, they're too busy to come. They said they definitely will come within 48 hours. By then, it could be too late. The bike could be taken by the thieves. And it could be on the other side of London. So that's what's frustrating. There's not enough police on the roads to actually respond to this sort of crime. Someone potentially could die as a result of this bike being left here. And I'm not being dramatic. These crimes are happening on a day-to-day basis. So potentially this could be a getaway vehicle for a murder. And that's what we're trying to stop. I just want to put pressure on both the police and the thieves.
Bike crime, well, it's just the easiest thing. Bikes are just everywhere across the streets, and even crimes on the bikes is like easy to do because you've got transport, of course, like you're getting away anywhere you go, like, so. Kind of thrilling, it is. It really is. I mean, last week we had a helicopter chase that went on for like 2 hours, but that didn't really infect us at all. It didn't get us scared. We didn't panic. We just carried on and looked back up, no helicopter, looked behind us, no police cars. We got away. There used to be a rule. If you're in a police pursuit, if you take your helmet off, they stop the chase. But like now, even if you take your helmet off, they're still gonna chase you and try to ram you off. It's like, don't work like that no more. Anyone's a target. Anyone, no matter who you are, you're gonna be a target to us.
In Bristol, the biker community has been under attack. Criminals are stealing their bikes to joyride around the city. And now, they're burning bikes for likes. So 2 Bristolian bikers, Martin and Dom, have created the Bristol Bike Recovery Team, consisting of over 200 members who are taking direct action by hunting down stolen bikes.
Voila! Just what I've been looking for.
The bike we've been after.
To date, they've reunited over 60 stolen bikes to their rightful owners.
Another one. Pretty sure this is the one that's been posted on our group. So yeah, let's get it gone. Well done, boys.
Seeing the bikes being mistreated and you know that that's someone's pride and joy they've spent a lot of money on it's not very nice to see. So that's why we started doing what we do.
These members have eyes all over the city, ready for action.
I would say, in all fairness, we're probably more activists. And you know,
yeah.
We're just people upset and angry with what's happening in our community.
A lot of people sit at home on their sofas, don't they, saying
Yeah.
they do this, they do that if their bike got stolen. But generally what happens is they post on our group when their bike gets stolen, so.
Yeah.
They've just been alerted about a possible stolen bike, but time is against them. Many bikes will have new number plates in a matter of hours.
As there's only 2 of us this morning and we're going to a dodging area, obviously we will leave the bike where it is, call it in, run and get the van, and then go back and grab it. And then obviously, yeah, we deal with it the normal way. We call the police, let them know we've got it, give them all the details, they contact the owner, and then, yeah, we go and deliver it back to them. I love it. I absolutely love what I do. It's the enjoyment of taking it back to the owner. I mean, we've had a couple, there's one where it was a nurse, you know, and she couldn't get fully comp insurance. Her bike was gone for over 3 weeks. Well, in all fairness, we all thought it was gone. By that time, usually they've burnt it out. All for what? For some little shits to go out and get a bit of 5 minutes of enjoyment and burn out a bike. It's ridiculous.
The clock is ticking. They need to find this bike before it's set alight. Last year in Edinburgh, motorbike joyriding was a major issue. To tackle this, police introduced scrambler bikes capable of going off-road.
Stop, offender tag agent.
And DNA spray with a unique code that can be sprayed at suspects from a distance should they evade capture. Police have rolled out Operation Soteria, a motorbike crime task force.
Okay, folks, evening. You know the purpose of why we're here, and it's to do with the extreme motorcycle thefts that's been occurring within Edinburgh city centre.
Sergeant Monteith is running an undercover operation. His team have identified theft hotspots and are planting bait bikes in Edinburgh in an effort to catch criminals red-handed. A bait bike is a motorbike trap to lure criminals out of hiding.
The timeline for today, as per yesterday, 1400 hours, the boat, bikes and bicycle were deployed to the site, and we've got resources in place, keep an eye on them, in an attempt to detect, deter, disrupt and detract these people from attending these areas. If they do make off, we're not surveilling them, we're chasing them to bring them a successful arrest. Okay?
Undercover operations such as this have had a big impact on reducing bike crime in Scotland.
Things have moved on remarkably, and it's less of a problem than it has been in the past. There was a 10-year-old child knocked down, and the response to that, there was a big public outcry across the city, and there was that community response, and really spelling out to people that were involved that it's no longer acceptable to ride on motorbikes like that within the community.
Living in a motorbike crime hotspot, mother of 3 Christine knew it was only a matter of time before someone would get hurt.
It started out a fairly normal day. The traffic stopped on both sides, and I turned round for 2 seconds, and I heard the impact for the bike to Cameron. And then Holly's scream. A scream I've never heard before. That our brother had just been hit by a motorbike. He was just bleeding everywhere. His leg wasn't where it was supposed to be. His arm wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't in a good way. The last words my 9-year-old daughter at the time was asked me, is our brother going to die? And I had to tell her, I don't know.
It happened quite fast. I can't really remember much of it. And I had to get surgery, and because they thought my neck was damaged and my brain was damaged. So I had an x-ray and then surgery the same day. The guy who hit me left me for dead. That's what I'm most upset about.
I thought that I could have lost him. Just, it doesn't bear thinking about, so. Bike crime happens probably because they can. Especially last year before Cameron got hit, it was a game. It was a game between the police and the joyriders. They knew they couldn't be stopped, And to be honest, in our area, the only reason it has stopped is because my child nearly ended up dead.
In London, Operation Venice, the Met Police's moped crime task force, are patrolling East London. Officers Clem Jones and Alan Pearce are specialist T-Pack drivers looking for moped criminals. These drivers can use a range of techniques to terminate a pursuit, including tactical contact.
A large amount of the problem is that there's a myth amongst the moped users that the police will not chase them. And there's also a myth that if they remove their helmets or they take to the pavement, that we won't pursue them. The problem has become so widespread within London that we as the police cannot allow that to happen, and we need to deal with it.
A call has gone out for a red moped with a driver in a high-vis vest.
Red bike.
Go, 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 go.
Come on.
There he is, there.
That's the Cranbrook Estate now. Cranbrook Estate, nearest junction to Main Street.
Hold on. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Main Southport Junction Main.
Straight into the park.
Into the park, get round the other side.
Yeah, stop. Here you go.
Stand by.
Oh,
it's off now. Yeah, MP, Scorpion 3-4, I'm on scene with this job. The male is detained. No visible injuries at the moment. If you give us 1 minute, I'll update you, over.
Thank you.
Keys, have you got ID on you? No? Is the moped yours? Or is it stolen?
The actual conclusion to the pursuit was brought about by tactical contact. That is one of the many strands of options that we have to us, fired at. In this occasion, it was simply justified by the manner of riding on a footpath, through a park, endangering people's lives. We can't allow it to continue. If we hadn't have done this, what would he have done further down the road?
When the police ask you to stop, you stop. Easy as that.
So basically, at the moment, the suspect's been arrested on suspicion of 5 offences. First one being failed to stop for police, suspected theft of a motor vehicle, possession of a Class A drug with intent to supply, failing a roadside drug test, and dangerous driving due to the manner of his driving during the pursuit. So I'm happy, and at the moment, it's ended quite well, and we'll further investigate.
How is he? Is he going to be okay?
I suspect he'll be fine.
The Bristol Bike Recovery Team are on the hunt for a stolen motorbike. They have reason to believe it's still in the city.
Gonna suit up a minute just before we go round there.
Bike thieves often carry weapons to threaten anyone who challenges them. The team wear stab-proof vests for their own protection.
At the moment, we're round the back of Old Market in Bristol. This is one of our known areas for gangs and drugs and things like that. So we know this area quite well. So yeah, we're just going to go have a look round all the parks and that and just see whether we can spot where they've actually hidden it. Do you want to check the bushes that side, mate? I'll check round over here. These are obviously things for tyres, taking off tyres and that. It's like sockets, spanners, everything up round there, someone's bag. There's bloody needle paraphernalia right there. There's obviously a lot of drug taking and that going on round there. A lot of the time, you have to think like a criminal. You sort of know what that side of life is like, if you get what I'm saying. And yeah, and that helps us a lot.
Dom has received a tip. One of the online members has spotted the bike and have sent through a photo.
What come through on the Facebook is someone's posted the picture to saying possibly stolen bike by Mackie D's. It's got Pebble Dash. Look for Pebble Dash. It's not down there. Just gonna try and message a kiddie and see if he can give us a bit of a better idea of where it is. At the moment, it's just a picture.
A common tactic amongst thieves is to hide stolen bikes to see if anyone's tracking them. It's often a race against time to find the bike before the thieves return.
And here they are. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of them then. There we go.
The heat is turning up for moped vigilante Omar. The success of his channel has consequences.
This week has been really hard. I've been spotted a lot whilst I'm working, more than usual. Probably like, once every 2 hours. I'm getting noticed about 3 times a shift. Every time I have to move from one area to the next, it's time consuming. And yeah, what I'm doing is affecting my work. It's affecting the amount of money I'm earning.
It's not just his job which is being affected. Omar's now taking more risks whilst riding his motorbike to avoid being targeted by thieves.
I'm open thieves. All right, I'm outnumbered, 3 of them. Guys, right now I'm in ghost mode, all in an attempt to not be a victim to these guys. Which means I've got no lights. You can say it's unsafe. I really don't give a because what are you doing? Stop me getting jumped.
Omar has switched from night shifts to day shifts for his own safety. With his face and true identity now known by millions of people, the consequences of fighting back are all too real.
What I'm trying to work towards, which is put pressure on these thieves. And actually this whole thing started with me doing it alone. I'll try and put pressure on them. But in terms of actively going out to hunt them, it's a bit more trickier than I thought. I don't want to let them win. They've taken my bike, they've attacked me. They're making money off me. For me, it's not fair.
As the crew pack the camera away, Omar is suddenly concerned he's been spotted.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Car's gone by, 4 or 5 guys, so we gotta leave from here. Potentially, they could come down here now with like 4 or 5 guys all armed.
We would not encourage anyone or groups to take the laws into their own hands. By doing so, they put themselves in danger. I would much rather they report the matter to the police to allow us to investigate that incident, and furthermore, their actions could compromise ongoing investigations.
The death of a 14-year-old boy who crashed a stolen motorbike in Edinburgh has prompted his aunt to reach out to other moped criminals.
You had a smile for everybody, Brad. Everybody liked him, loved him. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd just left work to walk home, and I seen Brad and his friend. Asked him what he was up to that day. Told him to be careful, gave him a hug, said goodbye. By the time I got into my house, took my jacket off, my neighbour was calling in to tell me Brad had been in an accident. My first reaction was, it can't be Brad, I just seen him like 5 minutes ago. Brad came up this road, clipped the first car, went over the top of that and went under the second car, just here on this road. Can't help but think if I'd have just spoke to him for 5 minutes longer that day, he wouldn't have been here at that time. And how ironic, the box has got number 17 on it, because that's what age Brad would have been this year. He was just a kid. He didn't deserve that. He still didn't deserve to die like that.
Louise is using Brad's memory as a force for change in her community.
After Brad's tragic accident, I've chose to go into youth work. For me, it's about keeping Brad's memory alive. And that's how I do it, just by talking to people about Brad's story.
Joyriding mopeds is particularly appealing to young boys like Brad. Today she's meeting two 13-year-olds who've also been mixed up in moped crime.
We know you have been involved in a motorbike crime in the past. Can you tell us why you do that?
Oh, it's adrenaline.
So you're going it for the adrenaline rush?
It's easy enough to steal it too.
You know, it's not nice stealing somebody's bike either that they've worked hard for, and that's their property, you know? It's not nice.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to happen to you two is to be lying on an operating table, getting your brain operated on for 10 hours, and then the consultant coming and telling your parents that they couldn't save you. You think Brad went on that bike that day and thought he would never come back home? You think Brad even thought about that? No, he didn't. I know Brad wouldn't have thought about that.
I'm not going to go back on because I don't want that to happen to me, what happened to my dad.
Exactly. Good lad. It's not worth losing your lives for. Good laddies. Thank you.
In Bristol, the bike recovery team have had more sightings from online members.
Where?
And now they've stumbled across the victim.
Is that not that is the owner. It's us? Yeah, we're the ones that look for the stolen motorbikes. It's literally just gone past. As we've just seen a bike go past us, and then he's rid back past on a push bike. Obviously, he's in the area.
Yeah. Okay, that's how we chasing him or something.
We can't do anything.
We're out of our hands, mate. We're in cops.
Yeah. If we chase him now, that's us getting shut down. No. Yeah. That is it. Told you.
Fifth time. Believe that, oh my freaking God. Time. 3 times, and they saw us.
It's been several hours since the recovery team started their search for the stolen bike. Incredibly, an online member of the group spotted the bike outside a shop, and it's been returned to its owner.
To get back in this state is really good. Front casing has been smashed off there, and other than that, it's literally just wire damage, which is easily soldered back on. There's no ignition damage, no nothing like that, so that's perfectly fine. The only problem that you won't be able to fix is your steering lock. But the thing is, I know it's horrible to say, but you've got to make sure your bike is more secure than the person down the road. That's the mentality to have. Obviously, it was quite a stressful day seeing it go past and that, and to now have the owner with his bike back is just amazing, really.
Having the support of this guy was a great deal because I had someone that actually cared about me and about the incident, and I knew like somehow they could help me. I was lucky in my bad luck, I suppose.
At the end of the day, we're that helping hand, we're that shoulder to cry on, we're that community spirit.
And that community spirit is growing in Bristol. It's been 3 weeks since Spiros had his bike stolen. He's joined 500 people at this rally to highlight their anger at bike crime.
I didn't have a clue that there is such a big community when it comes to bike thieves, and so many organized people try to resolve this problem. People have to be careful about the bike, but at some point something has to be done.
I think like this event is like a show of force to thieves and say, look, we just had enough.
My bike is not in a pretty rideable situation, but I'm gonna get it fixed, and hopefully I'm gonna be here in the next event.
People think bike theft only sort of affects the bikers, but in the long run, it doesn't. Because on top of that, it means that, like, not only are the bikers' insurance going to be going up, your cars are and things like that, so you're going to end up paying more money, so it affects everyone across the community.
The bike recovery team are increasing in numbers.
We are making a difference. As long as those bikes go missing around this area, we're not going to stop until it stops. We're the recovery guys.
Back in London, Omar has stopped working night shifts for his own safety. but he's developed a new tactic to keep up the fight against moped criminals.
I've started a new Instagram series where I basically expose moped thieves.
Between courier jobs, Omar surfs the net searching for bike criminal accounts to infiltrate.
So before I would follow the thieves and I would chase them. Sometimes they would chase me. And a lot of my videos, a lot of my popularity came from that. Since I've started to be spotted a lot more, I've changed it.
By impersonating a moped criminal online, Omar hopes thieves will allow him to follow their accounts.
Once I'm in these private accounts, I start taking their content, their videos, their illegal activities, stealing bikes. I take all of that information, I put it together into a video, and I expose them. And for me, that is the most effective thing I do. I feel like I'm definitely making a difference. It's so easy to just flip the tables on them. They're not used to being exposed. If they want to make a copyright claim, then they've got to give their address, so they're not going to do that.
With a new way to pile pressure on criminals, Omar shows no signs of letting up.
I don't regret doing the work that I do. The only thing I regret is revealing my identity. I can't just stop and park outside someone's house that I love or someone that means something to me. And then what if someone sees me walk in? The fact that my identity is revealed, the fact that I am a target, makes me want to commit to my cause even more because I can't back down now, it's too late.
These self-confessed moped criminals claim they are not new to crime.
I don't think it's like our fault in a way, like we choose to do this, but there's not very many options around.
They say moped crime has proved safer than when they were selling drugs.
There was a time where we were selling weed, and there's type of people been coming up to us. Obviously, they wanted to try and rob us because they don't want people taking their customers, so we just like tried to avoid that now. Most people just want to have some money and stuff like that, and most times you just get it for birthday or Christmas. So if you just like do this stuff, it's an easy way to make money.
But these lads claim that there's more to life than stealing bikes.
I don't want to be riding around forever on stolen mopeds, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to, like, one day, like, afford to be able to get something legit.
Yeah, something legit.
Places like that, but it's just too expensive. In 10 years from now, I'm probably going to be working in, like, construction or something like that, because I've been doing that at school and stuff like that. I'm quite good at it. So I'm going to go to, like, college and continue it.
I'm doing this till I'm 18 and that's it. And then I'll get a proper job. Like, for me, I've already doing clock once. I know if I'm getting caught one more time, I'm definitely going to stop.
Crime evolves, crime does change, you have to be fluid with your approach. Whether or not it's a slightly different aspect to it this time next year, who knows? We'll keep on suing criminals until we catch them.
My message is very clear. Do not participate in this type of criminal activity. You will be prosecuted.